live. All right. Let's see ya. Let's go. Let's get it. 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 Welcome to Breaking the Pattern, a podcast where we believe anything is possible for people when they put their minds to the task. And our mission is to help folks optimize their daily lives and reach their full potential by changing mindsets and creating small habits that have huge impacts. Our quest is to help people break harmful patterns of the past and move forward with a new outlook and a new way. I'm your host, Mr. Peyton Rose. At the beginning of this piece is just to level set in the things we're attempting to accomplish with coming to you guys in this format. And, you know, our primary goal in this, one of the primary goals, I guess there can only be one primary goal, but our primary goal is to help people. We've been through a journey, we're going through a journey, and as we all know, life is a journey. And so for us, if we can share some of the lessons that we've learned along the way and continue to learn as we go through this process of growth, that's something we value and want to do. I probably shared it with you guys before, but one of our core missions is to help good people do good things. And so I think it's like 11:15 at night right now. We're like, let's do a live cast. Let's do a podcast.
Oh, yeah. Got a little caffeine going.
Got some caffeine.
Yeah, definitely helps. Little
Jocko.
And
some Celsius.
Not sponsored by them, but I'm still gonna rep it.
Yeah, gotta rep it. Yeah, for sure. Hey, and that's the thing. It's that dedication. Like we talk about this a lot, right? Like to be able to accomplish things, you have to be willing to step outside of the box. You have to be willing to operate on the margins. You have to be willing to do things that put you in uncomfortable situations. Like today, this was the first opportunity we had to sit down and talk about some things. And so it's like, we're not going to make an excuse. We're going to sit down and do this, right? And so that's what I hope we can do this thing some justice, because this book is phenomenal. So first and foremost, go get this book by Greg McKeown, Essentialism, and read it. If you implement one idea from this book, it will change your life. So one idea, and that is, I would say, the overarching idea that I take away from this is also in the subtitle of the name. It is the disciplined pursuit of less. That is what we're on. Less is more. So athletes out there, a lot of folks out there in the operating world, we always say slower is faster, doing less equals more, right? So anybody out there who operates and has to get things done understands that if you can work at a pace that allows you to accomplish more, which is usually slower when it comes to getting things done, and more methodically and more disciplined and more essential, that habit. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't take long if you no longer have the donut available for you to no longer crave the donut. And it's wild. It's not this massive downhill slope that you end up on. You groggy for a couple of days. In this particular context, usually.
All right, we're geeking out on habit here
already. All right,
let's
skip back.
Essential.
So okay, so the essential, and I want the good point. So here's what we're looking at for Greg in this book. It's explore, eliminate, and execute. Right. So explore, eliminate, and execute. And we just talked a little about exploring is being able to discern that the trivial many from the vital few. So we're inundated with distractions every day, all day. So in the very beginning, he's talking about executing on those actions that are going to get you there, and that's where that realizing about the power of choice And we have a choice in how our lives unfold. I mean, we absolutely do. We're not helpless. The world isn't happening to us. We are happening to the world. We critical element that you wanted me to remember to bring up, which is sleep, right? So in exploration and understanding, we can't get a real, a true and honest litmus on what is right and what is wrong for us, what is yes and what is no for us, what is a hell yes or a no. So that's another concept to always think about. If it's not a fuck yes or a hell yes, I'll say hell yes. All right, well, I've already said a fuck yes. So if it's not a fuck yeah, it's a no. If it's not a fuck yeah, it's a no. That's it. All right. So if you're not like, yes, we're absolutely doing that, then it's a no. But to get to that, we have to engage and embrace sleep. Sleep. Go to sleep.
It's on this camera.
Go to sleep. I'm live on this one too, but no, seriously, sleep is and I am committed to being on time for, but because I was trying to cram it all in a very non-essential moment, and just a non-essential plan, not even moment, just a non-essential plan. Here I was with no buffer. So what does a buffer look like? Are you giving it some percentages? How would you kind of designate a buffer for anything you need to do?
Well, it's assuming unexpected events are going to happen.
Yep.
And it's also preparing for those unexpected events to mitigate the losses for the obvious and most critical unexpected events. The thing about unexpected events is with minimum foresight, they're all expected. They're another way.
Essentialism, and now you're just an essentialist that's always doing the essential shit. You're struggling. Everyone struggles every day, and you have to get into that routine that's going to allow you to really, really understand what's most vital for your day, right? So to break it kind of down, protect your sleep time. We got to get good sleep. Lack of sleep's just like being drunk. If you're under the influence of sleep deprivation every day, then you may as well be walking around half-cocked and drunk, right? Include play in your life. It's very important. We have to be able to go back to that inner child and really explore that. Say yes to the essential practices that allows us to move towards a more fulfilled life. We have to say no. We have to say no to things, or we will slowly die another form of death, right? And that's from the death of burnout, of exhaustion, and overwhelm. The mighty and all great Warren Buffett, massively successful investor, claims to say no 99% of the time. This is one of the most wealthy men on the planet. He says he says no to things 99% of the time, right? So what we have to also do is how to understand how to say no better, right? And say no in a way that allows people that allows people to see us with respect, give us respect, right? So we need to escape, we need to concentrate, we need to design, we need to read, we need to do our deep work. You are the journalist of your own life. Play, sleep, select. Hell yeah or no? It's a hell yes or a no. Have essential intent. So have that essential intent.